Welcome to the Pulse Podcast, where we explore the latest trends in workplace innovation, technology, and financing. My name is Donnelly, U.S. Healthcare Account Manager at DLL. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and what better way to wrap it up than to do a special podcast episode on this topic? It's truly a time to reflect, educate, and take action. According to the National Breast Cancer Foundation, 1 in 8 women in the U.S. will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. I myself was also diagnosed with it several years ago. It's a disease that accounts for 30% of all new female cancer diagnoses, and it touches nearly every family in some way. Today, I'm joined by my colleague and good friend, Jamie Ritter, U.S. Healthcare Program Manager at DLL, to take us through the latest developments in breast health. Jamie, thank you so much for being here. Where are we at with breast cancer rates?
Hi, Dina. Thanks for having me to discuss this very meaningful topic. Breast cancer continues to affect more people around the world with rising incidence rates. Fortunately, there's hope in the fact that many regions are seeing a decline in mortality thanks to earlier detection and improved treatment options. There's ongoing advancements in medical technology that are really paving the way for improved outcomes with the potential to help more individuals through earlier detection and more effective treatment options.
Awesome to hear that early detection is helping to cause a decrease in the mortality rates. What are some of the latest developments in the breast health technology, and how are these innovations helping improve early detection and patient outcomes?
Diagnostic imaging equipment manufacturers are doing really important work to help improve that early detection and outcomes, specifically with breast cancer. I think that there's at least three, far more, I'm sure, but at least three developments right now that are really helping to improve. One of those is AI powered mammography. As we know, AI is transforming our lives in many ways, but AI is transforming mammography by making breast cancer detection faster, more accurate, and more personalized. It's being integrated into mammogram analysis to assist radiologists in detecting subtle signs of cancer that might be missed by the human eye. And it can also improve early detection rates by up to 30% and reduce false positives, which is so important. And the second development that I think has become really widely used already is 3D mammography. 3D mammography creates layered breast images, which improves visibility by reducing tissue overlap, which is really a common challenge with the traditional 2D mammography. And 3D mammo has also increased detection rates, much like AI, by 30 to 40%, particularly for invasive cancers, which are so important. And it lowers recall rates for additional testing requirements. And as every woman out there in America knows, having a false positive is one of the worst things that you could possibly go through. So a reduction in false positive really reduces that unnecessary patient anxiety. And there's also another one called contrast enhanced mammography. This combines your traditional mammography with iodine-based contrast, which highlights tumor vascularization. It's basically like the MRI technology that's already available, but this has more invasive cancer detection, especially in dense breast tissue. So overall, with all these developments, DLL has really been able to work with these breast health providers, especially rural hospitals and smaller clinics, to help them acquire this latest mammography technology by providing flexible financing solutions to make this technology more accessible to them.
This all sounds so great and amazing. I love hearing all these advances, especially with bringing AI into the mix. And it seems like things are just going to continue to grow and get better, and outcomes are going to get better. I also heard that there's developments with drugs and therapeutics. Can you tell us a little bit about that as well?
Yeah, that is really neat. It's a really great accomplishment that's taking place. We have many partners that are doing amazing work in using advanced lab tools to fight and help breast cancer. One of these tools, called mass spectrometry, is becoming a key part of how doctors develop more personalized treatments. By studying how cells and the immune system interact, researchers are finding new ways to treat tough or fast growing breast cancer, which is really important. These advanced lab tools, such as mass spec, are transforming how they study proteins. And what this does is it makes it possible to measure tiny components inside of cells with remarkable accuracy. It monitors how cells respond to treatments or diseases over time. And it also helps them pinpoint potential drug targets by studying how proteins interact and change at the cellular level. These are things that we've never really been able to get a hold of until recently. And having these detailed cellular level abilities is creating those customized and more personalized treatment plans, since it's not always a one size fits all.
Is all, again, so amazing. I mean, everything is just truly, all this technology is truly changing our lives. But as we know, access can be a challenge. Hospitals, imaging centers, and clinics all want the best tools for their patients, but financial constraints often stand in the way. What kinds of challenges are providers facing when it comes to acquiring this vital equipment?
Well, I think the number one challenge that we would have to see across the board is the upfront costs. Purchasing this technology can be very expensive. When you couple that with budgetary restraints and reimbursement uncertainties, the providers can find challenges in the financial ability just to acquire this technology. And we also see that smaller clinics are facing far more financial hurdles than the larger hospitals or national healthcare systems.
So, how can we at DLL help providers access the equipment that they need?
Financing options. So we have amazing solutions out there. Financing options are really a great pathway to reduce that financial barrier or restrictions that they have right now. We can offer flexibility in how they acquire the equipment through varied payment structures, such as deferred payment plans or bridge to budget. Bridge to budget is a very popular program where we essentially just delay when that payment becomes due and try to line it up with their capital availability. We also have bundled service financing, software financing. The flexibility just kind of goes on and on. But it is key that each clinic, each hospital or healthcare system operates on a different budget. So we find that really customizing the solution for each individual provider is our top priority, so that the advancements in breast health technology can be attainable for as many people as possible.
Those are really great examples of how collaboration can really help all of these entities acquire this equipment. And I love that we don't treat it as a one size fits all
Yep.
option. So you've shared so many valuable insights with us today. And before we wrap up, we always ask our guests to leave the audience with one key takeaway. I myself would like to leave the audience with the key takeaway of early detection is number one, and everybody should get their scans and tell their family members and their friends to get their scans in a timely manner. What is one thing that you'd like to leave the audience with?
I think it's hope. Basically, the one word hope. It's what the innovation is delivering right now. For years and years, we've had so many fatalities through breast cancer, and I know that the rates are still rising. However, fewer lives are being lost thanks to these advancements in diagnostics and treating breast cancer. We have hope that this trend continues to save lives, just like it saved yours, Dana, which I'm so grateful for. And early detection, like you said, is the most important thing in the world. So spread the word, tell everybody, go out there and get your scans.
I love that you said the word hope because hearing all this, I was hopeful before and it just makes me feel more hopeful now. And to our listeners, thank you for turning in to the Pulse podcast. Be sure to subscribe and follow DLL on LinkedIn for more insights from across the healthcare space. I'm Dana Donnelly, and until next time, stay well, stay informed, and please get your scans on time. Thank you.
This podcast is brought to you by DLL Group. All rights reserved. This podcast is for general information purposes only and should not be used as a substitute for professional advice. The opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the participants. Nothing herein should be construed as legal, tax, financial, accounting, or investment advice. Please visit www.dllgroup.com/aboutus for further details.